Starter hit the lever, runners dispatched from the 1400 metre marker. One-way ticket at the rail is the first to go. What a lot of got is right there. Asteria's in the pink, and on the inside, in other words, that's in the blue silks, only about 2 lengths off them. Then Ear de Fiesta. On the outside of that is Waning Crescent, Call Me Maybe, and then Devon Bell. There's some runners scored very wide out in the early stages. They're followed by Sebueng, and then Knights on Broadway, Miss Stingray, Donna Amata. Now the leader is still one-way ticket. Call Me Maybe moves up about a half length in it. What a lot of got is third. Then In Other Words is at the rail. Asteria's in the all pink. Then Ear de Fiesta. It's becoming very compact. They're followed further back in the running by Miss Stingray, Sebueng, Donna Amata, Knights on Broadway. Top of the lane, one-way ticket and Call Me Maybe. What a lot I got. In other words, going through down the inside. Then Knights on Broadway. Asteria's on the outside as they come to the last 300. Call Me Maybe, one-way ticket. In other words, starts to get into the race now. Down the inside, Sebueng's running on. In other words, they hit the front over the last 100. Sebueng tries to close in. In other words, they're going on to win it. In other words, has won it. Second, Sebueng, Call Me Maybe, and one-way tickets. Well, Judge Warren Isley won't have to call for a photo in this one. And number 5, In Other Words. Second win from 3 outings, back-to-back victories, a recent maiden win. Who sang In Other Words? Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole. And yes, In Other Words, the tote favourite, and it wins it at R1.70. Second position, it goes, those are the same colours, of course, that won the Daily News. Once again, well done, Sean Terry, Chris Van Niekerk. Sebueng runs into second. Third position to number 2, Call Me Maybe. One-way ticket, Ear de Fiesta. And then came Asteria, Miss Stingray. They are followed further back by Knights on Broadway, What a Lot I Got, and Waning Crescent. We'll take a look at that head-on shortly. And In Other Words comes home well. That is 3 off the left-hand side. And if correct, Gavin Lorena and Smunga Kumalo are dead heat at this stage for the Jockeys Championship. So I think that's how it stands. And In Other Words, the daughter of Trippy comes home well, bred by Claverflay Stud. That's the running of the 9th race. There's still a 10th race to come. The 10th race is also on the poly, and it's over 1600. Back to the studio.
Daughter of Trippy, In Other Words, and Samanga Kamalo have come roaring through, and she looked to be a progressive sort in this type of field. Sean?
Yes, I must just say well done to Dijon. This filly, she was doing all right in Joburg, but since I've sent her to Durban, she's really blossomed. She's filled out beautifully, and Dijon has done a phenomenal job, and obviously well done. I left Trophy wife here from the previous run, and he's done a fantastic job with her to run third. I haven't been here much, so just a big thank you to Dijon and his team down here.
Safe trip home.
Thank you.
Well done to Sean Terry. Going to wait for Samanga Kamalo, who brought home the daughter of Trippy out of the Caesar mare, See Me Fly. Claverflay Stud bred her. They paid 300,000 Rand for her, and she's come good, winning back-to-back races. There was a big roar coming to the 300-metre marker, a number of doubles and trebles going through. You just had to keep her balanced to the inside?
Yes, she's a smart filly, and all thanks to Mr. Terry. Came in the ring, he gave me all confidence, and he left everything up to me, how she comes out, and she was pretty smart, came out, had a very nice lead, came here top of the straight. She sort of like hit a little bit of a flat spot, but once she changed legs, and it was a different filly, and she just motored home, and I just had to keep her balance, and as I say, she's very nice.
Only her third run, so each and every time we see her, she's going to improve those 2-3 lengths.
If you do have a look, she wasn't under pressure, and she did it easily. She got strong at the end, and that's what you want. The horses hitting a line very strong. And big thanks to Mr. Van Niekerk. Very nice day for him on the French Navy. Well done. And also with this one, thank you very much for all the support. And back to the guys here at Durban, Mr. Steyn. he's doing a very hard work keeping these horses fit. And also the guys in Joburg, I see they did quite well. Well done to them. Andres, thanks and for all the support. And to my sponsors, Maurice Fontaine, Vahobos Drift, well done to them.
Well done, Samanga.
Thank you.
There we go. Big roar for Samanga Kamalo and Sean Terry, number 5. In other words, all the doubles, trebles, the pick sixes, all rolling onto the daughter of Trippy. And she's come through with flying colours.